The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. On play action. Now Rodgers. They'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20.
That's right, baby.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The give is to Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
Come on, man.
By Travis Kelce. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
A nice run there by Jones on 1st down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A give to Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught. Kelsey, left side. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Throwing is Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown Raiders.
Travis Kelsey,
his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. What's good on the extra point? And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. They've got his man complete.
Ain't doing it.
The way in. Touchdown, New York. Tommy Tremble, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return, here's Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to
Oh, what the fuck was that?
I like the guy who's calling the plays.
Stop running.
I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On play action. action. Rodgers.
Fuck, boy.
Open here is Jones. And they'll get it all
That
the
shit
way
right in
up
your
about
fucking
5 yards
face.
shy of midfield.
Come on, man. Fuck out of here with that.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Hit him and then he stopped tackling him? Come on, man. Fuck.
67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
What the fuck?
The man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll take it.
Boy, Matt knows about this shit right now, boy. I can't pick the ball off. I can't go for the ball or nothing. That nigga threw that shit straight to me. Get the fuck, man.
There with an extra point of tying this thing up.
This shit, boy,
Lutz
that's
with the
hard,
extra
man.
point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
What the fuck you throwing at, my boy?
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. That caught by Tremble. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Darnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. The lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh, there we go.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. To return, here's Agnew. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Leaping, and he makes the grab. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted.
I tried.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. And And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 2nd down and 6. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to try and go deep again. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Pollard. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
First down, Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On play action, it's Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me is when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. Touchdown, Jets. Marquise Goodwin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. The lead is swung by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard again. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Swift.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Swift again.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
DeAndre Swift
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Luntz good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The Jets on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's the Jets punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Wiggles free. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. From the 36, Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Raiders on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones, and he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They'll run it with Jones. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they are going to score again. Yet another
touchdown as they just add to their totals. The try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A beautiful fake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Fights him off. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets,